What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm George. This is the Model Railroad Show, and in today's video, we are going to talk about how I used tile grout as ballast and show you some of the results I got. All right, tile grout. It's one of those things you see in the forums. People say, I've used it, I wouldn't use it. You look on Model Railroader, this topic recently came up on a midday modeler. David Pop actually talked about why they don't use it, and we'll get into that because we're going to talk about some of the pros and the cons of using tile grout. First, let's talk about some of the advantages of it. Let's start right there. The advantages of it is pretty cheap. You get a big bottle of tile grout. Prices vary. I'm going to leave a link to this Mapei. This is the brand that I use. And it comes in a bunch of different colors, and you can also, if it's not the exact color, I will show you in this video how to change that color. It has a very fine texture, which is kind of nice, so it does give that kind of scale look, especially if you're modeling in smaller scales like I am in N here. And as I said, comes in a bunch of color varieties. What I'm going to show you is the black or the noir here. It also comes in a charcoal. I have charcoal that I use in the layout, and I've got some lighter sand buff style that you can use as well. Because it's powdery, it spreads really easy between the ties. All right, they are the advantages. Cost effective. It's really a unique product to use as ballast. All right, so first thing is choosing the right grout. This is unsanded grout. All right, the sanded stuff is kind of coarse and not as consistent as the unsanded grout. So you want to make sure you're using the right grout. Like I said, this brand that I leave you below will be the unsanded grout. And when you apply it to the tracks, just like you apply regular ballast, a lot of people tell you, you can use a spoon to smooth it out or use your fingers. I don't like the look that gives me. And one thing I do is I use these little cocktail glasses, put it in a little cocktail glass, and this is the grout here that you're looking at. This is the black grout, all right, which actually isn't black. It's like a very dark gray, especially when it's on the layout. So what I'll do is I'll use a small spoon and tap it out just like I use my regular ballast. And then for in between the rails, what you want to do is you want to get the softest brush that you have possible, because the softest brush will not leave any like brush lines, because this is super powdery, and if you have a stiff brush, you'll actually get those brush lines in there, and you really don't want that. So softest brush possible. All right, and then for the sides, just like you do traditional ballast, you have these sponges here. If you haven't seen my Hobby Lobby video, which I will link right up here, it's all of this comes from, both of these come from the brush kits that I buy at the Hobby Lobby. And you have to, just like anything, I use 70% alcohol to pre-wet it. But here is the catch. Usually when I pre-wet ballast, I use one of these trigger sprayers here, right? Don't want to use a trigger sprayer when you are spreading tile grout, because this stuff is like powder. It is powder. And what I like to use is I like to use these little pump sprayers. All right, these are little 4-ounce bottles. All right, nice pump sprays, a mist, and you want to mist it over. I'll leave these I get off of Amazon. I'll leave these in the description below. That mist is getting it nice and get it nice and wet. You want it wet, but you don't want it soaked, and that's important, because when it gets soaked, it will start to clump up and float around, and you do not want that. So a nice light ballast. All right, a nice light spray on the ballast, okay? And then what you do is just take just a dropper and then apply. I use the Woodland Scenic Cement here via a dropper. All right, Scenic Cement. And I have a bag of droppers. I will leave below the link for, obviously, the Scenic Cement, which you probably have if you're a modeler. And the droppers that I use, you can buy a bunch of them on Amazon, super cheap. They're very handy to have. And then as soon as I get everything down, I then take one of these firm cotton swabs and I clean the rails, give the rails a light wipe immediately. You want to be really, really careful that you don't touch the ballast at this point, but if you just stay on top of the rails and just give the rails a light wipe, you're going to get some of that color residue off, because this powder is color in it, and it's just going to kind of go all over the place. Now, let's get over to the layout, and let's take a look at not only how I laid this ballast, but how I got it to look the way I wanted it to. All right, so here we go. We are on the layout, and I'll give you a little wide shot. This is the yard. If you haven't seen the video where I describe the yard, just take a look back in the how-to section of the channel, and a bunch of videos there. And this is one of them. A really good video where I go over what each one of these tracks are and why you should probably think of incorporating them. All right, so first, let me give you a look. These two out, these are my arrival departure tracks. I kept them with a traditional ballast. All right. They are heavy traffic, big engines coming through here, big locomotives. And so you're going to have, they're going to be a little bit better kept than your yard tracks. And what I was looking for, when you see these photos, and I'll show you this photo here of the barracks yard in Trenton, you see how these rails are kind of just buried in the sand. These yards were very kind of low level. They were by a creek. These yards used to flood a lot. That's ultimately the reason they were abandoned. So that's the reason that the look that I was going for. Now, and you can see in here, this is all the tile grout. So we look at this outside track here. This is how the grout goes down right here on this track. Just pure, it's pure grout out of the package. So if you like that coloring, that's fine. It doesn't really look bad, right? Could use a little touch up, but again, these are yard tracks, right? It all depends upon the look you're going. I was looking for that beat up yard style here. And ultimately I looked at like this I left this for a while, and I just wasn't happy with the way it looked. So I came in with some pastels, some black pastel powders, and you can see the first 4 tracks here I weathered. I'm in the process of putting some grass tufts in here, and I'm going to get some other stuff going on just to detail this yard out a bit. That'll be in another video coming up. But you can see how this tile grout looks. I think that kind of captures how these tracks looked in the yard. All right, it looks very good. You can see, especially along here, some of these came out pretty nice. All right, so I'm happy with it. All right, the switches, I have to touch this switch up. Been keeping real ballast in and around the switches, because the switches are something that's going to have to obviously be a little bit more dependable, the turnouts. And a yard would have those ballasted just a little bit better, and then all the rest of these tracks. This is, switch engines, a lot of cargo stuff, not a lot of heavy locomotives on these yard tracks as there would be on the arrival departure tracks. All right, so very cool. Like I said, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way the pastels came out. And, again, just be mindful of the way that you spread this ballast. I wouldn't do it with your finger. I would just do it with a nice soft brush. A little bit at a time, work it in. It sits between the rails. And as I said, don't wet it too much, and just wet it enough. And then it'll look good. All right. Give you a quick look. I'm obviously still got a lot going on. I tried to paint a cloud. Didn't work out. I have another plan for the backdrop. So we'll get there eventually. All right. So there it is. You've seen it. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I was trying to go for that like unmaintained kind of just rails in the dirt, yard, dirty ballast kind of look. I think I got it, and I think once all the other scenery is in there, it's going to really come together nicely. What are the disadvantages of using tile grout? So, one, it's dusty. It kind of gets everywhere. It's going to get all over your track. After you do this, you're going to go over those rails. I used a Bright Boy. You're going to get everything nice and clean. I wouldn't use the Bright Boy until everything is completely dry, though. All right, like I said, I just give the top of the rails a little wipe right after we're done, just to not make it too terrible. If you get it too wet, all right, it can clump up, and it's not going to look good. If you put it on, what I found is if you put it on too thick, it can kind of crack, and that's the big complaint a lot of people have. It'll crack up, and The flip side of that is, listen, if it cracks a little bit, you can fill that in. All right, you can even fill that in this kind of a case with some grass clumps. That's fixable to me. I don't think that's a reason not to use it. Big thing is, and this is what David Pop had said on Midday Modeler, if you watch Midday Modeler, it's permanent. On here, like some people, when you look online, oh, it's hard to remove. It's not hard to remove. It's going to be impossible to remove because this grout basically has a glue and a binder in it. And when you wet it and as it dries from that moisture, that's already going to start to bind the grout together. I didn't trust that enough to not use some Woodland Scenics glue. I use that anyway, but it is permanent. It bonds. It's like concrete on there. I don't know that section of rail is ever coming up. It is what it is. All right. And I've read on the internet that, because everything in the internet's true, that some darker types of grout can leave like a haze on your ties. I think that's probably fixable with weathering if it did happen. Again, I use this brand, this Mapei brand, however that's pronounced, and I didn't get any haze or anything on the tracks, on the ties, like nothing, it looked good. But then still I went back and I weathered it with the pan pastels. So let me know what you think about the ballast in the yard. Let me know if you maybe prefer it weathered versus unweathered, straight up versus, hit with the chalk. And let me know if you've tried this, if you've been bold enough to try it, because this was not an easy decision. I knew this was going to be permanent when I put this down. So yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching this long. Remember, everything I used, this grout, spray bottle, the droppers I will have, and my pan pastels I will put in links below. Give me a thumbs up, ring that bell, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm George. Thanks for watching today, and I'll catch you in the next one.